All right, so now that we know the difference between an even or odd function, and we know how to find whether the leading coefficient is going to be positive or negative, we're going to add one more thing, and this is called the multiplicity of a zero. Okay, and pretty much that means a solution is happening more than once. So again, the number of times a zero polynomial function occurs. An even multiplicity means it bounces off of the x-axis. So if I look at this parabola right here, my function is literally coming down and then it's bouncing off like a basketball would to pavement. An odd multiplicity means it flattens out at the x-axis. So if I come down here, okay, this function right here, I'm coming up, kind of flat lines, and then continues going up in the direction. So this is an odd degree multiplicity, and a bounce is an even degree multiplicity. All right, so let's try this first example. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at is this even or odd? So I look at my ends, they're both going up in the same direction, so this is going to be an even degree function. So I already know that I should have a degree of 2, a degree of 4, a degree of 6, okay? My leading coefficient is going to be a positive number because my right end is going up. So now I'm going to identify my x-intercepts. So if I look, here's my one and only x-intercept, and that is 4, 0. But what I see is that with this x-intercept, it is the bounce. So that means that we're going to say this is 4 with a multiplicity of 2. So all we're saying is that this x-intercept, this solution happens twice. All right. So now let's write this in factored form. Okay, so I'm going to have f of x. I'm going to do the opposite. So the opposite of a positive 4 is negative 4. And then when I see a multiplicity of 2, that means an exponent. So I'm going to put a squared up here. And that is your final factored form equation. And then the degree is 2. All right, let's try example 3. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to look at is this even or odd. So I look at my ends. They're going in opposite direction. So this is going to be an odd degree function. So my I have to have 3 solutions, 5 solutions, 7 solutions. Okay. Looking at the right side of my function, this is going down. So I need a negative number as my leading coefficient. So now let's go identify my x-intercepts. My first one, it is literally just going straight through the x-axis, so it is just -1, 0. So this 0 is going to be -1. My second x-intercept is doing the bounce. Boop, boop, boop. So I'm going to have my x-intercept of 2, 0. But really, this is 2 with a multiplicity of 2. So now when I look at my zeros, I have 1 solution, and then this 2 is really counting as 2 solutions, so that's 3 solutions. So that's how I'm getting my odd degree function. So now let's go write this as an equation. Now what we have to be careful of is we said that my leading coefficient has to be a negative. So we're going to put a -1 here, and then I'm going to write my factors. So my first factor is going to be x plus 1 because of my x-intercept of -1. And then my second factor is going to be x minus 2 squared because of that multiplicity. So my degree here is I have 2 x minus 2's here, so that's 2 solutions plus another. So my degree is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3.